Hey, hey. Hello, hello, beautiful people. I'm going to wait until someone comes on to let me know if they can hear me. I had some crazy problems yesterday trying to do a live, so I'm just going to see who is the first person that can let me know if you can hear me okay before I get started with what I want to share today. It's Friday, and you know I like to come down to my studio on Fridays and play in makeup and share tips with you all as far as things that I've been doing. So today is one of those days where I had some time to do just that. So I want to talk makeup with you all, and I want to talk smoky eyes. Yes. Hey, April. April, let me know if you can hear me because I had some terrible problems yesterday trying to do this, trying to do a live with my friend. So I think I have the problem fixed though. So let me know if you can hear me. Yes, awesome. I'm coming through loud and clear. Yay! Thanks, lady. I appreciate it. But I'm here to share some smoky eye tips. I remember telling you, April, that I was going to do this. So if you can't catch all the tips, I hope you can watch on the replay. Okay, great. You hear me. Awesome. So yeah, if you can't catch all the tips that I'm going to share, hopefully you can catch on the replay, and that goes for anyone else. But it is still the holiday party season. I had 4 holiday parties last weekend. When I tell you I was tired, I was so tired. But it's still the holiday party season, and I love wearing a smoky eye any time of year, but particularly for the holidays because it's just a great look and it just works. So I hope you can see through my glasses that I do have a smoky eye on today. I did a navy blue, which we'll talk about that later. I was going to do contacts today. I have a trial pair, but I just wasn't feeling them. So I put my glasses back on. So anyway, but you can still see the smoky eye through the glasses, which is good. For those people who wear glasses, you can still make sure your makeup is popping. So tips for rocking a smoky eye. I want to get started. So if y'all have any questions as far as anything that I'm talking about, let me know. Just post it in the comments, and then, I'll definitely follow up with you and answer them. Hey, Beth, thanks for joining in. We're talking smoky eye tips for anyone wanting to rock a smoky eye. So it's one of the most requested looks I think that I get from my clients. And it can be easy to do. And there are definitely ways to do smoky eyes that are easy. Hey, Adria. So I'm going to jump right in. And the first tip I want to share is do not limit yourself in color. So I think that a lot of times when people think smoky eye, it has to be either black or gray or brown. Hey, Chris. Look, my sound seems to be working okay. I think I figured out what the problem was yesterday. But everyone has let me know that they can hear me. Ebeth, hello, beautiful, amazing woman. Thank you. I feel the same way about you, Ebeth. So thank you for that. So yeah, if you all can hear me, since we both wear glasses, how do you put makeup on when you can't see? I answered this in another live. This is how I do it. You see this mirror right here? I'm literally this close in the mirror putting my makeup on. So that's how I've been doing it. I'm very nearsighted, so I have to be, very up close when I'm putting my makeup on. So that's how I put my makeup on with a handheld mirror. So like I was saying earlier, I have contacts to start trying out, and I had them on, but I just wasn't loving it. I think I just love my glasses. It's just who I am, so we'll see. So anyway, that's how I put my makeup on. But so anyway, to get back to the tips that I want to share with you all, tip number 1, don't limit yourself in color when you think about a smoky eye. I think a lot of times people just think it has to be black or gray or brown, they're nice colors, but they can also get boring to me. So today I wanted to do a blue, which I'm sure you can see through my glasses. But think about other colors you can wear as far as a smoky eye, and think outside of the box. I love smoky eyes in deep plum colors. Emerald green is a gorgeous color for a smoky eye. Cranberry, burgundy, think outside of the box, outside of the gray, black, and brown box as far as colors. Second tip I want to share is when you're getting started doing a smoky eye. So first of all, smoky eye is a shape. And so when I'm doing my smoky eye, I'm carving out the shape of my eye. So you want to think about that, when you're doing a smoky eye, which I'll demonstrate a little bit later. But you want to prime your eyes. And so by priming it, I like to use our Lime Life Complete Concealers, this is a palette which I need to actually reorder 2 of them. But I like to put this concealer, which is it's pretty opaque, but you can, warm it up on the back of your hand, just to get it to move a little bit. but I like to prime my eyes with that so that it keeps the color locked in all day, and it also keeps the eyeshadow color from creasing. So I like to prep my eyes by using that. Some people use leftover a little bit of foundation. They do have eyeshadow primers. I don't, particularly use an eyeshadow primer. There are other products that I use that are not eyeshadow primers that I still will use to prime my eyes. But I love to use our Lime Life Complete Concealers for that. Hey, Roderick, it's been a minute. How are you, sir? Wow, yeah, we go way back. But the priming your eyes helps to keep the product locked in all day and to prevent creasing throughout the day as well. And so after I prime my eyes, I move into what I call like an eye base to start building the color that I'm going to use. So my go-tos for, hey, Lydia, just saw you yesterday. But my eye bases that I like to use when I'm doing my smoky eye, I like to use the Inglot gel liners. And I'll show you this one, which is a very rich black. So I love to use that to kind of paint all over my lid. And these come in a variety of colors. This one's black. I also like to use the MAC paint pots to as an eye base if I'm doing a smoky eye. And then sometimes I will even use actual eyeliner pencil. So here's a, I think I had a Makeup Forever. Yeah, Makeup Forever, like these two blues are the ones that I use to, just kind of color my lid to get that blue base on there. So those are my three types of bases that I like to use to start the density of the smoky eye that I like. There, you can do a sheer smoky eye, sultry, but I wanted to do one that was a little bit dense and had a lot more color payoff. So those are my three go-tos that I like to use. And today I actually used the Inglot black as the base, but then I came over it with some blue eyeshadow. So I'll show you those next. Hey, Lindsay and Jessica, we're talking smoky eye tips. Some other lines. LA Girl has some actually really good gel liner pencils that are really good as bases to kind of color in your lid. So that's another little, suggestion if you're not trying to spend a lot of money on products. So when you're thinking about smoky eye, next tip, you want to consider the shape again of your eye and that you're carving out that shape to smoke it out. So I'm going to take my glasses off really quickly so you can see. I'm going to close my eyes, but you can see that I took the blue and just carved out the shape of my eye where I wanted that smoke to be, so to speak. So every eye shape is different. How you carve out your eye is going to be different from mine because your eye shape is different. So you got to think about that. Think about the lid space and what shape is that, because every eye is not going to look the same. So I do want to definitely make sure I mention that. Hey, Mary, I hope I'm saying that right. So yeah, you want to think about shape when it comes to, doing a smoky eye. So I carved out mine again with the Inglot black gel liner, and then I went over it using our Lime Life Danessa Myricks palettes. I always get so weird on this part. But that blue down there at the bottom is what I used. Hey, Kellen, we're talking smoky eye tips. I'm assuming everyone can hear me today. Roderick, I just saw your comment. I'm cool not wearing makeup though. It's all good. I'm glad to hear you're cool. But yeah, I use this blue color at the bottom. And when I'm doing my smoky eye, I like to use really small detail brushes to really pack that color in. So the brush that I use to just kind of, press the blue on my lid is this brush right here. And this is a Sigma Exact Blend E32 brush. Okay, so that's what I used to like really press into the blue and just to, just packed it on my lid, staying within the shape that I had carved out, okay? So you want to keep that in mind because I didn't want to get blue all up in places that I just, didn't want to see it. So I love this palette. These are some gorgeous jewel tone colors. And so the blue is what I played with today. We also had purple, which would be a gorgeous smoky eye. And remember I mentioned emerald green earlier. That would be a really pretty smoky eye. So after I did that on my lid, then with another, I can just take these off so you can see. When I say press, I just kind of take my time going across my eyelid, pressing that blue in place and just, taking my time. And I say pressing because I don't want a lot of fallout as far as the eyeshadow getting on my skin on the foundation. So I'm really pressing and patting that color onto my lids. Thank you for the hearts, people. I really appreciate it. Stop being stingy on the hearts. It's Christmas. It's the holidays. So the next thing that I did, let me find the brush that I want to show you all. Let's see, what did I do with it? Bear with me. Thank you for the thumbs up. You know what? I meant to. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I meant to, okay, good. I meant to make sure my video was initially set to friends because I noticed when it's on public, spammers and stuff be hating. So I just like to do these lives with friends only, and then I'll go back and change the setting. So yeah, I was just making sure that I remembered to do that. I can't find the brush. Oh, there it is. Okay. So after I did the blue, hey, Yolanda, thanks for joining. Kellen, I'm glad you're talking Smokey. I have a client coming tomorrow. Yes, for Smokey Eye. So Kellen, ask me any questions you want. Happy to help you, with that. So yes, I'd love to help you out. So after I did the blue, now I want to think about the crease area. And so by that, I don't want the blue to just be on my lid and then that's it. I want the blue to kind of blend into another color or like create a bridge from the blue into my crease so that it's seamless. So what I like to do and what I like to use as far as crease colors are like warm brown tones. And so that's what I did for the crease as far as blending the edges of the blue into the crease with some warm browns. And I'm gonna show you the palette that I used. And again, it's Limelight because I just love our new palettes that came out by Danessa Myricks. And they're just great colors. So this was a palette that I used for the crease area. And I used the brown, the top on the right, the two top on the right, or the browns that I used to start kind of blending the edge of the smoky eye so that the blue doesn't just have a hard cutoff or a hard stop, but it starts to fade gradually into the browns. All right, so this is a palette that I used for that. And the brush that I used is this little, again, it's a really small detailed brush. I don't even know who this is. I can't even tell you who it is because that's how long I've had it and that's how much I love it. But just to show you what I mean, I'm gonna take my glasses off. I can't see you all, but so with this, and I hope you can kind of see what I'm doing, but I just kind of start going in the crease area like this, small circular motions, and keeping in mind that I put some of that brown on there to start softening the edges of my blue eyeshadow. And I just go in really small circular motions from the outside to the inside. Some people do the windshield wiper where you're kind of doing like that. I prefer, small circular motions personally. It's a preference thing. All right, so that's what I did as far as that area. Let's see. Oh, so speaking of the small circular areas, the reason why I like to, I guess, use that motion is because I really want to blend. Blending is so key. It's so, important when you're talking smoky eye or just makeup in general. And just blending is really key. Callan, you said, can you use any color in the crease besides the brown? Say if you're using black. Yes, you can use any color in the crease. Me personally, I just love like a nice warm brown in my crease. But if you're using black, ooh, you could, ooh. Black is one of those colors. I'm like, oh, you got to be careful because you don't want it to start looking muddied. So that's why for me, I like like using the browns, but you could use what other color are you thinking as far as using the black? When I've done black, I've done, gosh, what have I used in the crease when I've done a black? Sometimes I've done a deep kind of purple kind of to blend around the edge of the black. I know some people have used like a gray to kind of blend with the black, but it depends on the person's complexion because you don't want to start looking muddy looking. But I have used like deep purples to kind of blend in the crease with the black. There's this, again, it's a reddish brown color that I keep going back to that looks really pretty. And then the other thing too, you could also just start to blend the black, around the edges to where you're not necessarily using the color in the crease, maybe just softening the edges of the black and doing it that way. Just be careful. I just think black can go very muddy looking quickly. So she wants a black smoky eye. Okay, yeah. What colors are you thinking of using and have you done a black smoky eye before, Kellen? That's my question. And then Tony, you do a mean sultry eye with the black. Thank you, Tony. Gosh, maybe I should have done black. I just get tired of black, I guess. But thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, so blending is key. And when you're blending, I like to blend up and out so that I'm kind of going in the crease area when I'm doing that. Tony, you're a makeup artist. Chris, if you're still on here, chime in. What other colors, if you were doing a black smoky eye, would you use to kind of start to blend in the crease area? Let's help our fellow MUA Chris Kellen out with some other suggestions. You all are very great makeup artists yourselves. So, and I love you to pieces. All right, so let's see. What's my next tip? So I already kind of talked about the transition color. For me, I like having a smoky color on the lid and then a different color in the crease. So again, that can vary depending on what color smoky eye you're doing. Kellen, never did a black smoky eye. I was thinking maybe a red with a shimmer halo in the middle to give it a pop. Yeah, I could see that definitely working. So when you say red with a shimmer halo, so okay, I can definitely see that working as far as a shimmer right there on the lid in the center. Are you thinking of doing a shimmer in the crease? And I would just, again, err on the side of caution because that can start looking interesting just depending on the person. Okay, Tony says she uses a burgundy in the crease for a black, which is what I kind of, lean toward too as well. So burgundy will be pretty, Kellen, especially if you're going to do that red shimmer halo in the middle of the eye. I think that'll be really pretty. So, I may have to try that myself. Try that myself and post a picture. Yeah, red shimmer in the middle. Okay, then try a burgundy in the crease. I think that'll be really pretty. So let us know what you think. All right, so let's see. All right, so I already kind of talked about transition colors, which we're, talking about as well. So moving on, next tip would be, as far as the bottom goes, but smoking out the bottom. So when I'm doing a smoky eye, I don't want to just have smokiness up here and then not doing anything down here as far as the bottom liner goes. So I always like to take black, usually a black eyeliner pencil to line my waterline, and then I'll go back in with that smoky color that I'm using. So today I lined the waterline with the black, and then I went back with the navy blue or the, shimmery blue on the bottom as well. So I did that on the bottom, just to kind of complete the eye look. You want it to feel like it's a complete look. So I just kind of kept it consistent with the blue on the top and the blue on the bottom. I've seen some people do a different color on the bottom. It's totally up to you. There we go. And then the other thing that I do along the bottom of the edge of the blue is, again, to bring whatever crease color and just kind of soften the edges a little bit so that it's not this hard line, but that it just starts to fade and to blend into the next color. Kellen, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's see. So it's interesting you said to use a touch of shimmer, because that was one of my tips as well with doing a smoky eye, is that you can always incorporate shimmer, whether it be kind of like the halo effect that Kellen talked about with the little pop of shimmer in the center. Sometimes people would do a little shimmer right there in the inner corners. You could do a little bit of shimmer. So, if you don't want to do a matte smoky eye where it's, no pop or anything, then add some shimmer to it, because that always makes it gorgeous and really pretty. And then since it's the holidays, it's, you can justify doing it. So yeah, let's see. What else do I have here to share with you all? Clean up. So a lot of times when I've, work with other makeup artists or talk to them, they say that smoky eye tends to get like messy, and I've never really had that problem. I don't know, maybe it's the way that you or applying it. Again, I like to do the dabbing, pressing motion so that there's not a lot of fallout. But when it comes to cleanup, if it does get messy, sometimes I will, or my suggestion would be to maybe do foundation after you do the smoky eyes, so that way you can just take a wipe and clean up under the eyes. I never really have a lot of fallout, so I don't have to do that. But if you do, you can also take, if you've done your foundation and you notice that you have fallout, take some foundation, just kind of clean it up. A lot of people may put a little bit of powder, translucent powder underneath the eyes to catch the fallout and then dust it away. So there's different ways that you can do that. But just, keep in mind that you do want to make sure after doing the smoky eye that you clean up so that it looks neat, that it looks good, and that you don't see like blue down here or up here or any place like that. Thanks for the hearts. I really appreciate it. So yeah, and I'm trying to think, any other tips? I think that's pretty much it as far as what I wanted to share with you all. Thank you so much. Kellen, let me know if you have any other questions. Again, I love smoky eyes. I think it's very sexy. It's very sultry. I think it looks great on just about anybody. You do want to keep color in mind. My eyes are brown, so I did a navy, which kind of makes them look a little bit browner. Mary said, I am very messy with darker colors. The wipes and brush at the end helps me. So Mary, my question to you, do you notice any fallout when you're working with the darker colors? Do you notice eyeshadow is just like falling everywhere? Because I think that could be what's causing it to be very messy. Because like when I did this smoky eye, I didn't have any fallout. None of the eyeshadow was falling. And even the other colors that I use, you know, I don't know, I haven't really had to experience that. So now I would love to know if the colors that you're using have a lot of fallout when you're applying them. But you said the wipes and brush do help you at the end. So yes, that's true, and they definitely will. So any other questions, guys? I know it's Friday. I know it's the Friday before Christmas. I know everybody's getting ready for the holidays, but I just wanted to hop on here really quickly, share some, you know, easy smoky eye tips, and wish you all a Merry Christmas, of course. Happy holidays if you celebrate Christmas. I do. Would you do your skincare prep after the eyes in case of fallout? That's a good question. I probably wouldn't. I like to start with prepping the skin. You know, I do. I like to get the client's skin really prepped and moisturized and hydrated, and, you know, just, yeah, I would still do the skin prep first and then do the smoky eye. Maybe you hold off on doing eye cream, because if you're going to end up wiping underneath the eye, you're just going to wipe that eye cream away. But I would still do the overall skin prep and maybe just hold off on eye cream if that's something that you use. So that's, you know, just one idea. Mary, I pack, but it's still a mess. LOL. It's definitely the shadows I use, I'm sure. I would love to know the brands, Mary. You don't have to, you know, say here if you don't want to, but I'm just curious as to what brands it could be, because that probably is why you have a lot of fallout. And then Tony, I think what's key with smoky eyes, yes, tapping the excess eyeshadow, building, tapping, building. Okay, Tony, that's a very good point. So I'm going to demonstrate exactly what Tony said so you can see what she's talking about. Where is the brush that I used earlier? Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna take my glasses off, doing this blindly, but I'm tapping in the blue. All right, so I'm pressing in the blue. Let me get my mirror. Let's not act like we can see. And I'm pressing it on my eye. You can see me pressing and building. Let me turn this way, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna go get some more blue, tap, tap. Tap off the excess, and then I'm pressing some more. And then you just kind of keep doing that until you get that color intensity and color payout that you want. All right, so I'm going back in the blue again, tap off the excess, and then pressing. I'm gonna do some on the other side so that the eyes are, you know, the same. All right. All right, pressing in. All right, so yes, Tony, that's a very good suggestion. Tap, press, build, or however you want to say that. But yes, that's good. And make sure that you're tapping off the excess eyeshadow from the brush. Hey, Joanne, thanks for joining in. I appreciate you, Joanne. I just love her to pieces. So yes, any other questions, you guys, as far as smoky eyes go? What colors do you like smoky eyes in? I would love to see that. Oh, one of the things I was going to say that me personally, I love a monochromatic smoky eye, which is basically one color. But of course, I've seen many types where people use more than one color. But I don't know. I'm just a very kind of natural person when it comes to how I do my makeup and just my makeup aesthetic as far as clients as well. But I like a monochromatic smoky eye. It's very modern to me. You know, so that's just my personal preference. Del Marie, my sis joined in, talking smoky eyes. Look, I smoked Del Marie's eyes out for a concert about what, 1 or 2 weeks ago. Yes, she looks so gorgeous. She has gorgeous hazel eyes too, so I had fun with that. But yeah, so monochromatic smoky eyes, what I, prefer personally. Let's see. I think that's it. Any other questions? Yes, I love my Shanae smoky eye slay. Thank you, Dale. I appreciate you, sis. So yeah, well, that's it for, as far as what I wanted to share. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas holiday season. Be safe out there. We're gonna go out tonight because the weather is so mild, and I want to take advantage of it. Right, get my kids out and take them ice skating. I'm not getting on the skates though. I already told my friend I'm gonna watch from the sideline and take pictures. I'm not getting on any ice skates. So, all right, if you all don't have any other questions, I'm going to sign off. Thank you all for tuning in on this Friday. And again, have a great weekend. All right. So let's see if we can end this video. Let's see. All right, here we go. Thanks again for the hearts. All right. I don't know why this always happens. Oh, there we go. Okay.